that I live in India, this is my address, they have got an Aadhaar card, a PAN card, which will be required for hospitalization. Whether it's right or wrong, I cannot say that. I mean, I don't know the right answer over here because
So can a person who is in outside India get a health insurance in India, living outside
well,
India?
many people who take that, they do not say that we live outside India.
Okay, but technically it's not legally not allowed.
I would not have the right answer on that one because I tried seeking clarity, and most of the clarity which came from the insurance companies' counterparts was that it's at the time of claim, a person must have ID and address proof. If that exists, we don't care.
Okay.
I don't think that's the right answer in my view. But let me put another.
I think even they haven't really thought about this through, because this is like an edge case, right? But more and more people are falling into this bucket as we speak, right? Because more people are going outside India to work and study and live, and vice versa. I think more and more people are falling into this, but they're not really focused on how do we address these sort of people. But I get to hear these sort of questions a lot of times during these live sessions.
The only thing I can perhaps think of, and that's putting a risk hat on, disclose everything, put one declaration as well that I live outside India. You will not be claiming anyways. It's perhaps 5 years or 10 years down the line when you plan to retire and come back to the country. At that time, you anyways would have an ID and address proof. You are not doing anything wrong during this period by claiming on the insurance when you don't live in the country. And then by the time you come back, your health insurance has already kind of matured. Your history has been built that you've not claimed anything.
So Geetanjali asked an interesting question. She's like, for NRIs who plan to retire in India, when should they start purchasing their health insurance in India so that it marinates enough so that it's optimal when they're in India and retired?
That's exactly, I was trying to answer that. There's no right answer on that one because no one will write that. No insurance company tries to kind of write that very clearly. Or if it is in such fine prints that they are not very kind of evident. So I perhaps gave you some kind of a rounded answer that go with some kind of disclosure.
No, but when should they start doing? Like in their 20s or in their 30s, when should they get it?
Right. So, Sharan, that actually the question is not just for NRIs, it's actually for everyone, you and me, everyone.
Right.
The earliest time to get insurance is 90 days post you're born, because that's the time when the insurance company is ready to kind of insure a person.
So 90 days post year?
So the minimum age which an insurance company is ready to insure on a health perspective is for a newborn baby after 90th day of birthday.
Okay.
So,
because until then it is like highly risky, so then after that they...
It could be because you don't know what you're dealing with. But very interestingly, these days, a lot of post-birth abnormalities start creeping in and you don't know even till the time the child is like 2-3 years. Many of the brain development activities may start showing signs of delay. Autism is not very easily kind of observed in earlier stages of life.
Right.
But the moment that comes in, the person is uninsurable. So I am actually the lives of all of my clients who are actually getting a baby, that please add them on. You don't know what you're sitting on.
Right.
God forbid, I would pray nothing happens. But if it is, at least you have kind of covered your child for life there.
So that will be part of, there can be part of the floater policy, right? Your kids, as soon as they're born.
Start building up their history.
That's a very important point. I think I'm going to make a reel on this as well. That's why I noted it down. Right? This is a great point because most people don't think about this. And then if there are any complications, and we all know how much money is being spent, especially when the kids are young, and if there are any complications. And that actually brings me to my next question, because I got this question recently from one of the members of the Freedom Cult, and he told me that his wife has lupus. And she's unable to get health insurance. He applied at HDFC and another Star Health Insurance, and both of them rejected him. So what can he do in this sort of a situation?
Okay. I deal with around 30 clients a week.
Okay.
Talking to them about the medical conditions to understand what medical insurances could be provided for them. Out of 30, for 5 or 10, I feel a little bit sad because it's challenging. The whole reason is they wait too long before they kind of think about an insurance. They put a timeline to their life that when I'll be 50, I'll do that. Right. Now, this is a corollary to what I was starting to discuss how early one should get insured. If any medical condition comes to your home which is relatively critical in nature, you lose your ability to secure a reasonably good plan for rest of your life. Even if you're cured of that, the insurance may still look with suspicion.
Like what are these kind of complications. Can you give us a list of them? Like lupus is one of them.
Let me just put across. I mean, heart
Huh.
surgery these days is no longer open by